I watched the 2019 remake of Dumbo not that long ago, and it was dumb. It was just dumb. They took an anime movie that was barely over an hour long and remade it into a live action that's an hour and 52 minutes. This expanded length of time probably wouldn't bother me so much if the title character had actually been the star. That's right, Dumbo wasn't the star of this remake. All he did was serve as the catalyst for the whole thing. The real focus was on the two children, more so on the sister, who happens to be the replacement for Dumbo's little mouse buddy from the original. Actually, that's not entirely true. The mouse is still in the remake, but he's literally just there for no purpose other than to exist. Also, the little girl wants to be a scientist, or something like that when she grows up. So you know what that means. As is the custom of movie characters that are into science, she shows very little emotion throughout the whole movie. Oh, the children also have a dad that comes back from the war and is missing an arm. I'll give the trailers credit for not making it obvious he was missing an arm, but that's the only praise I'm going to give this movie here. So yeah, the movie mainly focuses on the girl trying and failing to make it look like she has a connection with Dumbo due to her own mom being dead and his being taken away from him. The father is trying to figure out his place in the circus again after being gone for so long and finding out his old act was cancelled while he was gone during the war. I say more about Dumbo, but he's barely focused on in the movie at all. In fact, the remake of the original climax from the animated version happens within the 50 minutes mark of this movie, so it happens at least 10 minutes sooner than originally. Also, all the air stuff where he's ostracized by his own kind and thought of less than as an elephant? Gone. It doesn't exist in this movie. Instead, we get grown men and women making fun of and looking down on him for his ears. That makes no sense whatsoever. They are at a circus and seeing a baby elephant with huge ears. If anything, they should be amazed at seeing such an odd thing, especially since they are at a freaking circus. Yes, there were children that made fun of him in the original, but children will make fun of anything for very little reason. These were grown-ups, which was just stupid. Even more stupid is how even after the audience sees the elephant fly, the act doesn't become a hit. We are talking about a baby elephant flying with his ears in 1919, and people in that era aren't impressed by it. I'm going bull on that. So anyways, after they get past the remake of the original climax, some fancy circus buys the circus that owns Dumbo so that the fancy circus can own Dumbo. And of course, this new circus just happens to be where Dumbo's mom was sold to after she killed one of the workers from the previous circus. Oh yes, Miss Jumbo straight up kills someone. On screen, no less. So the rest of the movie is basically the good circus people trying to free Dumbo and his mom from the fancy bad circus, and then set them free back into the wild of their home of I don't remember nor care. This movie tries too hard and fails at every corner. It even took the Pink Elephant thing and completely ruined it. I never personally cared for it, but I know a lot of people that enjoyed that from the original version, and the majority of it in this movie just shows Dumbo bobbing his head happily as he's watching the spectacle. And I do mean it mainly shows him just bobbing his head. We are mainly just looking right at him and not the very thing he's looking at. There's also this ringmaster that goes, "Let's get ready for Dumbo," like he's an announcer for wrestling whenever he introduces Dumbo for the audience. That very same ringmaster takes the line about a horsefly, housefly, and a dragonfly, and completely ruins what they were used for in the original. While in the original they were used to mock the idea of an elephant flying, here they were just merely used as an introduction for an elephant that's about to fly. Also, you know that scene where Dumbo goes to see his mom while she's locked up? Short-lived in this version. They still have the song being sang, but the scene between Dumbo and Miss Jumbo themselves is rather short. They didn't even have any of the other songs from the original movie in this, and there were so many opportunities where they could have had them. For example, the "When I See an Elephant Fly" song could have been sung by the good circus people when the children first tell about Dumbo being able to fly and no one believing them. The Pink Elephant song could have been used one of two ways, better than what the remake gave us. One is that the father wants his daughter to have more fun, but she seems to act like she does, and starts singing about little pink elephants in a way to get her imagination going. The others stick to what the original did, which was getting Dumbo drunk before going into the music number, but have an extra line of dialogue where someone says something to show getting drunk is not a good thing. So parents don't pull a hissy fit when their children watch the scene. And before you start arguing about it, if you can't take 5 or 10 minutes of your freaking time to explain things that your children sees in a movie that you allow them to watch, then you are being neglectful because you're choosing to rely on a movie to teach your kid something. Even the Rouseabout song could have worked its way in there. All you have to do is throw in a bunch of white workers in there as well, so that it doesn't come across as racist. Also, they could change the tune of the song as well to where the workers sound stressed and miserable to give lines like, "We never learned to read or write, we're happy-hearted rouseabouts," a sense of irony and regret from them. Admittedly, some of the lines from any of the mentioned songs would probably have to have been changed if they had kept said song in the movie, but it's not like changing original lyrics to an old song is anything new. As I said before though, the Dumbo remake was just dumb. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. I just thought it was dumb.